Hey folks, I hope you're doing well. So I'm back again with another video on testing. If you're new to this channel, check out my other videos and now let's get back to the topic. We're just going to discuss about uh, the basics that you need to know. What is a test case and what is a scenario in testing. Each and every product which is getting developed comes with a lot of bugs. Okay, so that a small error or a small mistake or a small comma or a small semicolon will lead to defects or faults, and then that will lead to a major failure. So right now you're seeing an image of a Google login screen. Okay. Now I have to, as a tester, I'm testing it out whether I'm able to log in into my Gmail account and what can be possible test cases and test scenarios we'll see. So I've prepared a template for you guys. Now there are many tools available for you to report an issue, but to document it, the best practices so far is using Excel. Now what is MID and what is a module? Okay, now you're testing out a complete system, okay, a complete software which is developed by various developers. So, in order to determine who and where the bug is, in that case, you need to mention the software or break it down into modules or into units so that you can simply take that module and assign it to whoever has worked on it. Okay, so I started with the MID, then started with the module name. So I'm checking in the Gmail, the whole Gmail setup, where it has a lot of things like logging in. Then you see a proper Gmail dashboard where you can check your inbox, you can read emails, you can forward, you can reply, XYZ things you can do over there. So I am just checking out the login module of Gmail. Okay, so this is your module. This is how you determine your module. Then after you determine a module, now you start creating scenarios. Scenarios cannot be something like, let's say, uh, for example, I want to log in into a system. No, it needs to be properly framed, properly written in a sentence which is not too huge or not too big. Okay, just a small, simple sentence. So, first scenario which I wrote down was regarding the login functionality as I am testing login. If I were to be testing the registration functionality, I would have written registration check if I'm able to register or check if the user is able to register. Okay, that was my scenario number one. Now there can be multiple scenarios. Let's consider you're making a website for e-commerce. So you want your users to first explore the website. Then, in order to make a purchase, they have to log in. If they are not a user, they have to register themselves. So, exploring the page is one scenario. Another scenario is registering himself, then login, and then selecting the desirable product, adding it to cart, and then making payments. All are different scenarios. Okay. Now, under each scenario, we will write down test cases. What will be the case if I do this or if I do that? So, for example, I were to be logging into this system and I enter the correct email and the correct password, then Google will allow me to log in. That will be my first case. And if it is correct, then my system should say that pass. Okay, this is done. I'm able to log in using this. Now, for example, let's say you misspelled your name or you did a typo, then in that case, in the username, then in that case, the system should show you that it is failed. Now, results are in two formats. One is expected and one what happened actually. And to explain down the actual result, you can also add up your comments. This varies from people to people. Okay. Now, the first scenario was to check if you're able to log in with the correct one, then the incorrect one, obviously it should fail. And then you try to, make multiple scenarios. Now, I've just mentioned down a few of them. What will happen if I enter the wrong password or the wrong email ID? It should allow me to log in. Okay. And the system should give a message fail. Or as a QA, as a manual QA, I will write it down myself. But as an automated QA, quality assurance engineer, I will have to write down these scripts for it. Okay. Now, the last important thing which I'll write down is to test out the UI. Now, while you're checking these test cases, you just want to ensure that the UI is not getting disturbed because UI is something which the person will see, get attracted to, and then he will feel, the need to log to check out your system. So each and everything aligned and the UI should be proper, and you should always check if it is responsive. Okay. So, well, that was it about writing down businesses and the scenarios. I hope this video helped you guys.